So, welcome to the last series of Rahu conjunction. Today we're going to be doing Rahu and our friend Saturn. So, what happens when Rahu and Saturn come together in one house? Well, I wonder what their offspring might look like. So, Rahu and Saturn conjunction. First of all, what Rahu is. Rahu is that thing that we need now. Rahu always wants things now. It doesn't want to work for it. It doesn't want to learn any lessons about it. It just wants it now. It wants all the material things now. What is Saturn? Saturn is a delayer of things. It wants to give you things, but it wants to give you after you learn the lessons of those things, after you learn the value of those things, after you have paid your karmic debt in order to get that thing. So when these two come together, the number one thing that it creates a lot of frustration in a person's mind. It creates frustration because whatever this person wants to accomplish, he cannot get it. Why is that? Well, like I said, Saturn wants to delay things, Rahu wants it now. So when he wants things now, Saturn says no. You will get it, but you will get it after a certain lesson. You'll have to work towards that thing. You know, like a mother tells her son, okay, I'll give you $20, and the boy gets excited. Oh my God, I'm gonna get $20. I can go to the movies, and I don't think you can go to the movies nowadays with $20. But you know, he says, okay, give it to me. But then the mom says, I'll give it to you, but you're gonna have to take out the trash, clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, make your bed, and I'll give you the $20. And the son is saying, oh my God, come on, Mom, I want it now. Why do I have to work for this? You don't just let me have it. My friends are waiting there for me. Come on. So it creates a frustration because the person wants the material things but doesn't want to work for it. It wants it now. And so the best thing to do in this situation is to give more power to Saturn. Says, okay, Saturn, I bow down to you. I will go ahead and have patience within me. I will work hard towards the thing that I want, and I will prevail. And once you have this mindset, this yoga just becomes kind of like crumbles down. You know, like Sodom came down in Lord of the Rings, the tower. That's what happens. But another thing that happens with this combination is that this person tends to hide their money a lot. Especially when Saturn and Rahu are in the 11th house and 2nd house, these people tend to hide their money a lot from other people, especially government agencies. Why do these people like to hide their money? Well, let me just say back that they like to hide their money from their family members, you know, their colleagues, their friends, and especially government. Like they hate paying taxes, these people, because Saturn and Rahu are malefic in nature. And what happens is these two are the planets of secrecy. They're the planets of hidden things. They're the planets of hidden knowledge, you know, secrets. So when they come together in the 11th and 2nd house, what happens is this person tends to hide their money a lot underground. In a way, that's an analogy, you know, that they use. That this person, because of the fact this person could be making money illegally, could be stealing from people, okay, or simply just is very greedy and doesn't want to share their wealth. So like a lot of drug dealers, a lot of gangsters, a lot of, you know, people are in the, you know, outside the society kind of fields, tend to make their money this way, and they have this kind of conjunction. Like if you have Saturn and Rahu in the 11th house, right away, you know that this person is making their money through illegal means, either by cheating somebody, or either by doing something that is illegal, or they're keeping so much money because they're not paying anything to the government. That's what happens with the conjunction of these two planets in 11th and 2nd house, because 11th house is the house of gains, how you make your money. 2nd house is the house of your assets, your savings. Okay, so that's what happens with this combination. Now, Saturn and Rahu, even though malefic in nature, they tend to work well together. They actually make a person very wealthy individual. There's a lot of millionaires that I've come across, especially 4 years ago. I came across this guy. He had this certain alignment, okay, and he was like a builder. He was like a property builder. Like he had apartment buildings, he had complexes, and he was worth like over $20 to $30 million. And he had this combination. So when you see on the internet, this says, oh, this is the most cursed combination, you will live the most miserable life. No, this guy had a happy marriage. He had all the money in the world. He had beautiful kids. But why is it that the Saturn and Rahu didn't punish him? Well, this all comes down to the minute things that you look at. So when these two conjunction happens, you first must look at how close they are to each other. Are they 1 degree apart? Are they 3 degree apart? Are they 6 degree apart? Are they 15 degree apart? The further apart they are, the lesser their malefic nature becomes. Then the nakshatra that they're sitting in, the constellation, the 27 constellation in the sky, besides the zodiac sign, what constellation are they sitting in? That also makes you judge, okay, what's happening in this combination? Which planet is aspecting them? Is there any other planet that's sitting with them that, you know, manipulates and changes the results of this combination? You must look at the Nemansha chart, the D9 chart, the divisional chart in Vedic astrology to see the dignity of these planets, okay? Like, you gotta look at their heart, true heart. Are they really malefic in nature, or are they actually wanting to give good things to this individual? And also what you gotta watch out for, these people they become pathological liars, especially in the second house. When Saturn and Rahu come together without any benefic aspect from like Jupiter or, you know, even Mercury, then these people tend to lie a lot in life. They become, anything that they talk about, they exaggerate, because Rahu is about exaggerating things. Okay, so you got to be careful. If you have this, please try not to lie so much. And also what happens in the second house with this combination, they curse a lot. They use the curse words, the F word, you know, all the Indian curse words, that they use it rapidly. Okay, and also this is a very stressful combination in the 8th house and 12th house. Why the 8th house, this combination? Well, people who experience ghostly activities, okay, or somebody who experiences a premature death in their family and that person haunts them, usually have this alignment in the 8th house or the 12th house, which is the house of the underground things and the unseen things. Okay, these people also tend to become possessed by demonic figures. But again, don't be scared. Don't think this is going to happen to you. It has to be in a specific nakshatra. It has to be in a specific alignment in the D9 chart. If these two combinations are also happening in the same house in the D9 chart, that's when it kind of triggers that. And the degrees, how close they are, all these things matter. But will I go into details of these things? No, because what will happen is, if you do have this, you will think, oh my God, I'm going to be haunted by these ghosts. But no, there's only a certain time period when this happens. One day I might tell you if I feel okay enough about this. But that's what you got to remember about these things. So you guys, this was my basic study on Rahu and Saturn conjunction. Now, if you're new to my channel, subscribe above, because I'll be bringing more to this knowledge. And if you want to know more about astrology, check out my link below.